Hello and welcome to Facebook Live on Friday the 13th of August. Just going to show the latest collection, the Simply Sentiments collection. So going to have a look at the products and going to show you some samples and some boards and just talk through my thinking behind the collection really. Brilliant, lots of you joining, that's fabulous. The numbers are going up, that's lovely. Thank you so much. Means so much to see that there's somebody there. Hi Lynn, hope you're well. Hi Philippa. Thank you very much Philippa for sending your samples. Hi Joe. Hi Gemma. Oh, this is lovely, excellent. What a lovely way to spend a Friday afternoon. Hi Betty. Okay, so I know I've come on a little bit early. Actually, I could be refreshing my computer, so bear with me a minute. Let me get find my mouse on here. Okay, so that's refreshing my Facebook page. Let me just turn it around and see if I can get it to come up and tell me that I'm live, which would be good to know. Yay! No, that's an old one. Okay, sorry, this is really bad. I'm really sorry, I've missed everybody now. Hi Anne, hi Hilary, hi Joe. Oh, it's so lovely that everybody's joining. Hi Val, hi Elaine. And I'm really sorry to anybody that I've missed. Right, there we go. Okay, I've got it. So let me put my volume down. Hi Joe. Brilliant, okay. So now I'll be able to watch. So make sure if I can see any questions or anything. Hi Catherine, sorry for anybody I haven't said hello to. I'm taking it that you can all hear me okay. If you could send me some hearts, that would be lovely. Hi Karen, hi Penny. Just arrived on the Isle of Wight. Oh my goodness, and you're watching, that's brilliant. Hi Lynn. Fabulous. Okay, so if you could send me some hearts just to let me know that you can hear okay. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll take a look at the collection and I'll show you some of the samples. I've only really got my samples, a few of Hazel's, some of Philippa's and a couple from Sue Morgan. So there's others on the way, but yeah, they haven't made it here, so they will be here soon. Okay, so let me flip the camera, bear with me a minute. Okay. Let me just get my positioning right. From Dublin. Wow, that's brilliant, Catherine. Thank you so much for joining us. So I hope that that's okay for everybody to see. Doesn't look too bad. I know we're going to get a bit of reflection from my light, but I really wanted it to help with the card samples when we have a look at them. Hi, Sheena. Okay, so this is our Simply Sentiments collection. So we have the happy die that some of you may already have purchased, but this is been included in the collection. So you get the actual word die and then you get the shadow as well. Then we've got the U die, which is exactly the same. So you get the word and you get the shadow. I think this is might be an old packaging one, I'm not sure. Anyway, you do get the shadow with the word die as well. And then we've got Everyday Sentiments. So this is a really useful little sentiment pack. And you know how I love my fonts. So we've got, trying to get that light out of it. So we've got a happy birthday, thank and you in a fancy font. And then we've got all the additional words that go with it in a plain font. So I'm going to show you a board in a second that actually shows you, I think it's 16 different sentiments or different messages that I've actually been able to put together using these sentiments. And then we've also got, adding to our banner collection of stamps now, we've got the stitched banners, so the lovely little stitching around the outside edge of your banner. And then we've got everyday wording, so we've got wishing you a wonderful day, thank you for all you do, special delivery just for you, with love and best wishes, and sending you happiness. Now this stamp set works beautifully with this die. So if you've got this message banner die already, then any of the sentiments that we do that are called banner dies or banner sentiments will work with the banner die. So let me show, I'm going to put these to one side and I'm going to bring in the board. Now I don't know if I'm far enough away now, I might have to keep moving it. Okay, so you get the actual wording that it die cuts, and then you get this shadow as well, so you can either inset it or you can have it layered up onto it. It's fabulous to heat emboss, so this one's got the Platinum Wow embossing powder on it. Works beautiful with sparkles as well. And then this is from glitter foam and glitter cardstock, and it cuts beautifully from glossy card as well. And then you can do, this is an inky background with some glitter card, so you can mix and match them beautifully. So that's the happy. Then I've done the same for the you, so it will cut your die and it will give you the shadow. You can layer it, obviously if you do contrasting colours it layers up beautifully. Done it with pattern papers, again wow embossing powders. This one's glitter foam. Then we've got the glossy, and then it's really nice if you've got a coloured one to put it onto that black to really make it pop off your cards. Obviously it cuts into vellum as well beautifully, so another really nice way to use it. So then with the, I should bring them in actually while I'm doing it. Let's get the boards out of the way. Okay, so with the everyday sentiments, these are the stamps that you're actually getting. So you're getting the happy birthday, the thank you in the fancy fonts, and then all those plain words. So you've got anniversary, wishes, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday. So you could do a fancy happy and a plain birthday, or you could do a die cut happy with a birthday or a birthday. You've also got the you and the thank you, so you could do thank and a die cut you. We've got thinking of you or you. Then you can do thank you, thinking of you, you are amazing. We can do celebrate you, we can do love you, and we can do for you. So from that one set of stamps, I'm going to bring this back a little bit, just zoom out a little bit. There, see all the mess on my table now. Okay, so I think I've got it all in. I have. Okay, so you can get 16 different sentiments from that one stamp set. So you can get the happy birthday with the 2 fancy fonts. You can get thank you with the 2 fancy fonts. You can get you are amazing, birthday wishes for you, celebrate you, birthday wishes, thinking of you, happy birthday, thank you, love you, birthday wishes for you, Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day, happy for you, and happy anniversary. So I think from one little stamp set for £5.49, that is pretty good going. I have actually thought of a couple more words that I would like to have got in there, but obviously it's too late now, so I will keep those for another time. Yeah, but I think that's really good from a little tiny £5.50 stamp set to be able to get all those sentiments. Okay, and then I'm going to go on to the stitched banners, and I wanted to show you that what you get when you stamp them out. So you can use just the stitched banner as it comes, and you could use those maybe with existing sentiments that you've already got. You can die cut the banners and then just stamp the word in, so you don't have to have the stitch around the edge. These will all work as well for the vertical sentiments as well, so you can have your sentiments going the other way, but the banner and the stitching could all be used with those. And then we've got the stitching and the wording together. And I think as well we covered various occasions that you could use these for. So obviously wishing you a wonderful day could be birthday, could be wedding, could be anniversary. Thank you for all you do, obviously a thank you card. But it's really nice. I like how you can cut into these, and some of the sample cards that I did, let me grab one of them. So what I did here was I had sending you happiness, but I cut the U out of the banner but added the banner to either side of my die cut U. So everything's going to mix and match and work so well together. So that's just one of the U ones. I'll show more samples in just a second. I wanted to show all the products and then show all the samples because lots of them have everything on. So it was a bit like, well, that's not really just a sentiment. So I thought it was better to show you the product and then we'll show you the sentiments, the cards. Can't talk now. Okay, so that's the banners. So let's start having a look at some of the beautiful inspiration. So I can come back down now as well. And I hope the light is sort of okay. Right, and I was meant to be looking at the comments, but I haven't really. I will go back in and look if there's any questions. I know Phillipa's always really good if there's any questions that she can answer. But so this one is made by Phillipa. Yep. And I love this. She's done the floral foliage stamp set. And she's done it with different coloured embossing powders on. How lovely does that look? And then thinking of from the little stamp set, the Everyday Sentiments, and then the die cut U. Isn't that beautiful? I'd really like to see lots of hearts so that we can show some love to the design team. I know not everybody's done them or haven't received them yet, but so it's going to be rather a lot of my cards, I'm afraid. So again, I did the same here, where I did the thank you for all you do. And this one is, I die cut the U out of the glitter foam. So I think it's beautiful. I love that. And I used the Wow stencil for that one. And look, lovely glosses on there too. Need a bit of glosses. Okay, so another one from me. This is using pink glitter card this time, and the Are Amazing from the little Everyday Sentiments, but again using the U as the die cut for this one. So the stamps and the dies mix and match beautifully together. I'm going to bring this one in. This is one that Phillipa created, and this is using the Celebrate wording to create a background. Love how she just picked one out in the colour. And that's from the little Everyday Sentiments stamp set. And she's created that beautiful background. And then she's used the stitched banner as well for sending you happiness. Absolutely beautiful. And this is one of the older. We've still got it. This is Joyful Blooms. Couldn't remember what it was called. Yeah, so absolutely beautiful. So thank you for that, Phillipa. Right, this one is using the fancy thank from the little Everyday Sentiments. Again, put it with the U die cut, but used it with the Sweet Daisy stamp. And I think that just looks absolutely beautiful. And I use craft card, black ink, and just used a white gel pen to add the detail. Then I'm going to grab a few more. I've got all the cards in little piles, but I'm going to bring them a bit closer so I can mix it up a bit, because I had them all in piles for what product they belong to. Okay, so another one from Phillipa. This is using the stitched banners, but she's actually embossed the white, just the stitching, and then cut the banner piece off. So it just looks like to me it looks like stitched ribbon in the background. Isn't it beautiful? And I love how she's entwined the sentiment between the stems as well. How beautiful is that? So clever. And then these little black hearts are actually the hearts that you get when you die cut the sentiment banner. So I did it so with the sentiment banner, so you die cut 5 in one go, but you get these little hearts because they're the pieces that you use to line up. And Phillipa's actually used those little hearts on her card. Absolutely beautiful. So clever. So that's Phillipa's. This one, I used the little flower from, is that Fresh Florals or Floral Fancies? I'm not sure. I think it's Floral Fancies. So I used the little flower out of here. I die cut a scallop edge circle, but just off the edge of my card. And then I've placed my U, my die cut U, which I did with inky backgrounds, and then I added glitter glue to it, and then I've used Birthday Wishes 4 from that little birthday set, and they are we have shipped orders out to the stockists, so they are making their way to shops now. I know that Jane from the Art of Craft, Kate from the Mulberry Bush, Amelia's Crafts, Creative Crafts, and Hazel at Dragon's Paper Crafts, they've all got theirs in stock at the moment, and others are on their way. So beautiful, thinking of you. So again, the thinking of taken from the Everyday Sentiments, and the U is obviously the die. And then I've used this with Floral Happiness, which I thought looked rather lovely. So let's have another dig deep. So this is Sue Morgan's, and I love how she's done the Delightful Daisy, but she's put the birthday background. So she's overstamped with the birthday background. How fab does that look? So we've got daisies with text in, and we've got happy with text in. Absolutely beautiful. There are so many possibilities, Angela, you're right, absolutely. And so I think she might have taken that from another stamp set, but the happy is the die that's in the collection as well. So it's another one from Phillipa. This is Mother's Day cards, got happy, or Mother's Day all the way around the edge. She's used it with Floral Fancy stamp set. No, Friendship Flower, sorry. And then we've got the 2 stitched sentiments as well. So special delivery just for you, with love and best wishes. So really lovely. And I love how she's used the sentiment to create a frame around the edge of her card, which if you have a stamping platform is really easy to do. So that's fab. Oh, I've got some of Hazel's as well. So Hazel's used this with the mandala stamp and layered this up. So she's cut, actually what she's done is she stamped it and she's cut this part out and then twisted it and put it onto a black background. How effective does that look? And actually, if this was done in an icy blue with a Christmas sentiment, wouldn't that look lovely as a Christmas card? Just reminds me of a snowflake. Anyway, it's beautiful. So thank you very much for that, Hazel. And again, lovely glosses on there as well. Stunning. So then, actually we've got quite a few happies there. Right, okay, we'll get the U's done and then I can keep them in a pile. Okay, so this one Phillipa has done. And I actually really like this. She's done an embossed line around a piece of card. So she's created a frame on her card so that you've got a smaller space to fill. And then she's masked to do a bit of stamping with the mandala stamp. Again, how different. I'm just going to bring Hazel's back in. How different do they look? It's just fabulous. It really is. This is beautiful. Such lovely colouring. And just doing, Phillipa's actually done this so that the black is inset into the white. So it's flat, completely flat, but it's beautiful. And again, love you. So it's a little sentiment from that little pack. So this is the one I showed you earlier where I've done Sending You and Happiness. And these are the flowers from Floral Fancies, I think, the first one. And then we've got some little glosses as well. And I use the glosses in the centres of the flowers this time too. And I've got a bit of, I think this might be Pearly Winks, but it's like a gold shimmer on the top. Beautiful. Okay, so another one from Sue Morgan. And again, this has got the mandala on it. How lovely is that? Just all look so different. And again, lovely, happy die cut that's been done with inks. Beautiful. I love this blue in the background as well. The colours are gorgeous, so really lovely. Okay, now I'm going to work my way through the pile now. So this is another one from Hazel. Again with the Friendship Flower. Thank you for all you do. And then she's done With Love, but she's cut off With Love and what was it? So it says With Love and Best Wishes. So Hazel's cut off the and Best Wishes and just use With Love. So again, you can cut into them. Doesn't have to be what they, as you get them. You can cut into them and do more. This one, Hazel's used the banner die to create the background, but she's put the stitched elements onto the banners as well. But then she's done paper weaving with them, which just looks amazing. And then she's got Best Wishes, which was from an original one, Just For You. That is, wow. I've just realised she's used the Just For You, but blanked off Special Delivery. How clever is that? So we've got Just For You instead. That gives you another sentiment. Wow, that's really interesting. Okay, this one might be a bit hard to show, but it's such a beautiful card. So she's got Special Delivery with the stitched banners and Just For You. We've got the Florals For You in the background. And then look, how amazing is that? Beautiful card that Hazel's created. And then we've got With Love and Best Wishes over in the corner here that she's chopped the sentiment up. So you can do that to them as well. I love how she's got this part. So we've got the tails, but we've got the words individually as well. Looks beautiful. Stunning. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got another card from Phillipa. We've got the Celebrate, Sending You Happiness. So Phillipa has used the sentiments from the stitched banners, but with some of the sentiments from the everyday sentiments. Then she's used the stitched banners to create little pieces around her letters. She's used the happy die. And then we've got the Delightful Daisy, part of that, and we've got part of the leaf as well. So stunning. But just goes to show you how everything mixes and matches and just works so well together. Really does. So this is another one from Phillipa. And I love how she's done Fantasy Florals stamp, but she's then die cut into it or die cut the word happy and you out of it. So you've got the pattern from the flowers that are actually on the stamp, but then by putting the white shadow around it, it just draws the happy out, and it gives it a frame, so it draws your eye to it, even though you've got all the pattern still from the flowers. Just so clever, so clever. Obviously you can use the happy with the Christmas, and this is what Hazel's done on this one. And Hazel has die cut it so it sits in the holly background, and then she's die cut a plain banner and just die cut that, but she stamped the word Christmas, which comes in our classic Christmas sentiments, but just it fits onto the banner. So again, you'll have loads of sentiments that you can use from existing stamp sets already. This is one of mine. So I created stamped or die cut the banners from the inky background, then I did all the stamping on them, and then I arranged them onto my card, and then I've used a glossy cardstock to cut the happy out, but I've used the birthday from the everyday sentiment stamp set and just put that little bit of black around it so it just lifts it off of the card as well. So great for a man's card. Then we've got another one from Hazel, which is using again the little stamp set. So we've got the Thank You and You Are Amazing, and she's used it with the Delightful Days. I love how you got just parts of it as well. Really nice way to use the stamp. Then we have one of mine. So this has got an embossed, a die cut and in heat embossed with the happy. And I did an inky background, but I just heat embossed the Jolly Holly in the background so you can see the embossing on there. And then used it with my Christmas wording and some of the little stars. So again, the happy goes for so many different occasions. It really does. Then let's go. Okay, so we've got this one, which is one that I made. Used pattern papers. This has got, this is Fresh Florals stamp set. So the flowers and the dies, and I've just cut them out of different pattern papers, but I've used the birthday from the little wording set. I've used the stitch banners. So again, just the versatility of everything working together. Then we've got this beautiful one from Hazel, which she did for the Christmas collection, but again using the happy and the Christmas, which was from the classic sentiments, but the happy just looks lovely like that. Really beautiful way to use it for a Christmas card. In fact, I've got lots of happies. Let's do a few happies and then we'll mix it up again. Okay, so this has got the holly background that's had the shadow die cut from it, and then we've got the black behind it, and then we've got the die cut words. So it's set at, this one is actually set back. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's actually been cut into it and set back, which is another really nice way to use it. And we've got this easel card. I love this. It's really hard to show easel cards properly, but I think this is beautiful. So again, using the happy, and Hazel's done that with an ink pad, just die cut it and then drag the ink pad over it, so it gives it a really different look. But that's just beautiful. Even if it was a card like that, it'd be lovely. Super. So then we've got this one that I made. Again, another great card for a man's card. I've used my hexagons, but I've stamped the birthday background sentiment onto it. Used again inky backgrounds that I had in my stash. Die cut a lovely glossy happy, and then used the happy birthday from the mandala set. So again, really nice for a male card. Got those lovely star glosses on there as well, which for a man's card, honestly, they are a must. They're just so good at adding that little finishing touch, but to a male card, so good, so useful. Having said that, they look really good for a Christmas card too. So I've got the little glossy stars here. Die cut the Christmas from my lowercase alphabet set, and then I've die cut the happy from bit of glitter card around the edge, and then the top layer is the foam. So glitter foam just gives a bit of dimension to a card as well. Okay, so I've got one of Emma Smith's. I'm going to have to lean my camera up a little bit now so you get to see a bit of the mess, I'm sorry. But this again is an easel card that Emma made for a Christmas show. But again with the lovely Christmas in with the holly. But again using the happy, and this time she's put Miri card behind it. And it just looks beautiful. I mean, how gorgeous is that as a card? Absolutely stunning. We're just so lucky to have so much talent. We really are. Don't know what I've done now. That's it. I had it all nicely laid out. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more of the new stuff now. So we've got, this is using fresh florals for the dies. And again, I've used the 4 from the little set. I've used the U from the dies, and then the banner as well. So again, really it is a case of, if you have the whole collection, everything is just going to work so well together. Nearly showed you something I'm not allowed to. Whew, that was lucky. Okay, so this has got Birthday Wishes 4, and that is out of the Everyday Sentiments. Then we've got the U, but I did it in white, but I coloured the background. And then I actually used pen to stamp out my wording. And I used the wording from the banner sentiments. I just used one. So I was able to just put the ink on that one with my pen. I used a felt tip pen. And I stamped that out to get the different colours. And then I've layered another one over the top. So it's really bringing that sentiment forward. So you've got some dimension to it as well. But yeah, I was really pleased with that one. Again, another good one for a male card. Then we've got, we're on a roll with male cards, aren't we? So this one, I used an old embossing folder and put some ink on it, and then embossed it, put it through the embossing machine. And then I die cut my happy, inked that up as well, but then I've put glossy accents on it. And just how lovely does it look. You could put clear embossing on it as well. That gives a very similar appearance to glossy accents. But obviously, because you heat it up, it's dry straight away. So if you're in a hurry, using clear embossing is probably better than doing glossy accents, because you don't have to wait for it to dry. And again, look at those glossy stars. They really do just finish it off beautifully. So then let's have this. I love this one. So I made this one. There's something about a rainbow. Every card I make that's got a rainbow on it, I love. So I stamped all my banners. I stamped them empty, and then I put the wording in, and then I went through and coloured. What I did actually was I just added a little bit of colour to one edge, and then I bled that colour out with my wet brush. So just put the colour down one edge and then bleed it out, so you get that variation in colour. That's not just solid. And then I left 2 of them empty. I die cut the U from glitter foam, and then I put Are Amazing, and I use that obviously from the little stamp set. And again, those glossy stars just really finish it off. And I really tried with the colours to make them work with ink pads and things that you will have. So if you like distressed oxides, they're pretty much done so that they're the inks that I find I use all the time. So I did colour them around those sort of colours, so you know that they're going to match in beautifully with what you're using. Okay, so this is one that Hazel made, and again she's die cut the shadow out from a holly background, and then she's put holographic card, so she's matted it onto holographic, and then she's added her happy to the inside, so it's actually recessed. You just about see it like that, but it's ever so clever, but really effective. Okay, got a few more to go. We're nearly there. How are we doing for time? Oh, that's fine. Good. Okay, so this is Joyful Blooms, and we've got the Happy Mother's Day. And Hazel stamped that and coloured it with the different blues and everything. I think she's used the stamp. Looks like she's used the stamper ring to get those around the edge of it. But just really nice way to frame it again, I suppose. Lovely. Then we've got this one that I did with pattern papers again, and I've used my layers, frames and banners from the rectangle to cut my scallop mat that is perfect for a 6x4 card. Then I've used the little double frame, so I've cut one of those in the contrasting. Used the thank from the little stamp set, the everyday. Die cut the U, and then use my stitched banners as well. And I added glossy accents to the U because I wanted it to show up a little bit against the background. Even though I put that shadow on, in real life you really are drawn to that U because of that glossy accents on there. So that's always a good way if you feel something's a little bit lost. Okay, so this was one I did with the happy die, and just die cut a rainbow assortment of cardstock from the happy. Did corresponding little strips down the edge here. Overhung my birthday sentiment, and then I did add a few glosses. So there's a glossy just about for each of the colours of the rainbow, so that worked really well as well over the two sets, because there's a set for girls and a set for boys. There's an ocean and a berrylicious. So you've got blues, greens and teals, and pinks, lilacs and corals in those sets. This one I've die cut the happy into my piece of white card, and then behind it I've layered thin strips of pattern of coloured paper in my rainbow order. So yeah, so that was how I did that one. And again, those glossy stars just really do finish that off. Right, 3 more to go after this one. So this is the same. So this is one where I die cut the happy out of a piece of white card, and then I've done the shadow from the gloss cardstock, and then I've put strips of pattern paper behind it. And again, I've used my layers, frames and banners to get my scallop rectangle, which is the perfect size for the 6x4. So if you're into matting and layering, can highly recommend those dies, because they're really good for matting and layering like that. So this one Hazel made. So she's used a mask to create an area where her sentiment goes with the inking around the edge, and we've got Thinking of You, that's from the Everyday Sentiments, and then we've got the Sweet Daisy stamped, and then second generation stamping with softer cut painting, colouring on it. Looks absolutely beautiful, very, very clever. Then I've got my second to last one. So again, I love this card. I die cut 8 happies, and I was able to create this card. So lots of white ones that I put on. So I put this one down first, and I die cut 9 because I've got one blue one and there's a white one underneath here. So I put this one down first, and then I added the other happies around it. And where I've got the H here, I've got the 2 P's and the Y's at that end. So I used all the bits and pieces. The little bits that I've got here, you know, they're bits of letters and what have you. So I did cover the card, and it worked really well. And I just love those glossy stars. I mean, how lovely is that for a male birthday? And if you change the colours up into pinks and purples, it can be a female birthday card. But I know that personally I struggle with male cards, and that for me is a really nice card. Okay, so last one. This is the one that I did with the thank from the little everyday stamp set, and then all the U is die cut from inky backgrounds, added glosses for each of the colours, just worked perfectly. And I added glitter glue to all the U's, so they are actually sparkly. So I hope you can sort of pick that up. Okay, so that's everything. Let me see if I can. Let me just empty my chair, and then I should be able to just flip my camera. Let me make sure I do the right thing and not turn it off. Okay, so flip my camera and turn me round. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, ladies. It was really lovely showing you everything and being able to share all that lovely inspiration from the design team, which I hope you've enjoyed seeing. Like I say, the stamps and dies are available from our stockists. Some of the orders have already shipped. I know that Hazel's had to have a second order, so that was how much everybody was loving it, which is fantastic. Yeah, so thank you to all the design team. I know you might not have seen their cards, and I know they're on their way, so I have to thank Kaz and Emma and Hazel and Marion and Phillipa and Sue. I do like to thank everybody because I couldn't do this without them. Just amazing. And I couldn't do it without you either. So thank you very much for your continued support, and I will see you soon. Oh, thanks, Gail. Yeah, I love my Snoopies too. I will be back. I will plan to do a demo. So we'll do a live with making a card or something. But I'll put something up, but it'll be on the Julie Hickey Designs page. So, yeah. Have a lovely weekend, everybody, and see you again soon.